Somebody hacked into the mainframe. There is only one man who can do this. We completely lost control.
Like a god that I'm under. Days of drugs running through my veins. I believe in wonder. I believe I can touch the flame. There's a spell that I'm under. Got to fly, I don't feel no shame. The world is mine.
It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine.
Good morning, ladies, and welcome to another edition of It's the End of the World as We Know It and I Feel Fine, the show that never takes a day off.
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
He's sick.
Well, sometimes we do. I'm your host, the Stimulator, and we are less than 2 months away from the May-Day general strike. The Occupy movement has called for people to take to the streets to bring about the global paralysis of the economy on May 1st.
First of all, I want to let you know I come here as a concerned citizen. I'm representing a group known as M.A.D, M-A-D. They were a group in this community over 22 years ago, working on health issues in this community. I come to you also as a professional educator, a professional scientist, a professional entertainer and artist. And I may add, maybe an activist. I also come to you with a concerned issue that I am appalled of, which has not been done in this community. I, of course, participating in all the hearings here of the FMC Superfund, Mashad Flats Superfund site here. Material that is been discussed here for 12 years, a company that has been gone for 12 years. And that really appalled me to find out nothing had been done, even though the group M.A.D, Mothers Against Death, was the group that stopped the material being used in this city, on its schools, and all over an illegal dumping. I also learned later that more companies were in here illegally dumping this material all around in this county and other places. This material is an elemental form of uranium and its daughter products and heavy metals in fugitive dust form. That's when it was put on the schools in this community over 20 years ago. Used it as sanding to dust the playgrounds and the sidewalks. Sanded in the streets, used in Pocatello. And when it dries, it becomes an airborne fugitive dust in an elemental form, much of it, waiting to reach fluorides and other ways to get into your bones, into your bodies, in the form of, like I say, it's happy form to be able to be joined up and no longer in an elemental state. And in that case, then it is known for causing, not may cause, But in that form, it is deadly, and it causes leukemias, solid tumor cancers, breast cancer, thyroid cancers, many others, because it is readily absorbed into your body, either from drinking in the water when it's dissolved as fluorides, or in its dust form blowing in the air. I do wear a mask when the wind blows in Pocatello when I'm back in this community, because it is that dangerous. It is appalling the amount of cancer we have in this community. Whole streets with everybody with cancer, homes with everybody with cancer. And so, no, I should let you know for sure, I do not blame most of you, because most of you are ignorant of this and have been for some time. But the record is there in the newspaper articles of the past. Documents such as this, which I will give to you, which is an aerial radiological survey of Pocatello and Soda Springs, Idaho, and the surrounding area. It documents all the locations of this material. When I left here, in the last hearing that took place at Pocatello Auditorium, I was led to believe not only was it going to be stopped, but it was going to be cleaned up appropriately. What I learned from my travels later, that it had not, and I was asked to come back here and help this community. I've worked all over the world in project learning, consultant in science and education, and entertainment, and I have come back here to help this community. I am not pleased with some of the reception I have received. 3 attempts to arrest me in this community, to silence me, reminders every day of people trying to put me away for what I'm sharing with this community, for getting the documents for this community to utilize to join forces with the city of Pocatello. And since you're a school district that includes Chubbuck, which I've never advised anyone to live there, that you can join with them and request the EPA to ask to be included in that Superfund site. Again, I'm appalled you were never included in it. And ask for the $10 billion that many of us are requesting for proper cleanup of this community. Otherwise, the bane of death will last for 700 million years in this community, risking workers who dig in the schools under the asphalt, for playgrounds and places near the school that have the fugitive dust. I am welcome and willing to help you in any way you would like, locating the materials or plans to resolve it. But I urge you, for the safety and well-being of all the students in our community, so we are not to be known as the silent Chernobyl of the United States, do something about it. I appeal to you, and I appeal to your consciousness and those who have children here. And I also represent the children of Fort Hall and my own relatives that are in this community. So we will not go away until this is done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who should I give this to?
Secretary.
There. You can look it up yourself. Get all the information from the IEQ or myself. Thank you.
Against law enforcement continued in cyberspace as the righteous geeks from Anonymous sliced through the butter-soft security of websites owned by the Boston and Salt Lake City pigs. Anonymous also intercepted a call between the FBI and Scotland Yard, where they discussed some really important business.
Everyone can say what they want about Krispy Kreme, but compared to Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme can totally suck it. So, yay, Dunkin' Donuts!
Film the police run a tape for the underclass. Get the face, name and number on the badge. They flash, we flash back when they act disorderly. React accordingly and capture order we see. Nightsticks, zip ties, and tasers. Think your license for tight vicious behavior. Make a tight fist with the video trends or the pig like this. He tripping, you make him faint us. Explain to a judge the bounds you overstepping. 2011, time to change our method. We aiming lenses at the state's weapon. Today remember whose goddamn streets they're protecting. Yeah, they rather see me in a cell than me in my cell with a different story to tell. Can't caught up by the dash next time you get stopped. Reach for the celly if you wanna shoot a cop on the public sidewalk. You could take what you see or film from your window with the view of the street. Neighborhood crime watch, we police the police. They can't arrest the whole community because the streets clock. These cops occupying blocks, harassing the homeless with batons and pulling glocks. They stop law for protests and let off shots. Abuse prostitutes and misuse power they got. In memory of the victims who were never forgot. We gotta exercise our right to shed light in the dark.
kids, you can podcast high-quality video of this show at submedia.tv.